Game 5 last night was a huge participation of what Jonathan Marchessault produced throughout playoffs, which brings us quickly over to these NHL futures. Now, the Vegas Golden Knights are not sitting at the top of the charts, but we talked about that President's Trophy reverse curse and the Boston Bruins' opportunity to potentially make another run and make it to the Stanley Cup final. They're sitting at that plus 800, brought to you by Bet Online. Vegas Golden Knights shortly behind at a plus 900. Colorado Avalanche. So when you look at a couple different sports books here, Colorado Avalanche are actually sitting ahead of the Boston Bruins as well as the Vegas Golden Knights. And I don't see anything wrong with that. If you look at the Colorado Avalanche and what they were able to accomplish this season without their captain, with a lot of games coming down to how well Mikko Rantanen wielded his stick, yeah, McKinnon out with injury and then rejoining and then jumping the charts statistically. It's just everything that should have kept the Colorado Avalanche out of even being in playoffs did not hold them back. And then the games where they responded, you had multiple 2-goal games for Mikko Rantanen or McKinnon that helped them survive to Game 7 versus the Seattle Kraken. So once they get their captain back in Gabriel Landeskog, or they can remain healthy, or the experience and veteran presence of an Eric Johnson, or to think that Mikko Rantanen can get any better than he did this past year, the Colorado Avalanche are going to go far next season if health is on their side. So some of those other sports books that kind of have the Colorado Avalanche leading the charge there, I'm not surprised by that. But you can't count out the Boston Bruins as long as they don't go through any major moves. And I would love if they can keep Orlov and Bertuzzi if they can. Yeah, they're right back in the race there. Allmark was the top goaltender in the league. He was dealing with his own injuries. They had the offensive firepower that they could have competed with any team out there. Yeah, including the Oilers, who are probably the top offensive team out there. But look at the power play percentage between the Boston Bruins and the Oilers. There wasn't that much of a difference between the two. There was just more consistency in one, and that being the Oilers. Now, I think the other big question here is, will a Canadian team